things look green, so we're going live.
We've got 3.
Hello and welcome to the Blue Tweezers channel with myself, Alan, from the channel, and my regular Rough and Blue opponent, Rough Swordsman Wargamer. Welcome.
Hello, hello.
And I'll send off my request for reinforcements as I usually do. See if anybody turns up. And yes, it's been what, 3 weeks now, I think, isn't it? Since we
I
did
was poorly.
You
and
were
then
poorly,
you were off
and I
Europe.
I went off on a holiday, and I'm back. Yes, finished off a trip to Tuscany in Italy, to Florence, Pisa, and Lucca. Very nice it was. It indeed was. Lots of nice stuff to see. If I had a criticism, it would be that I think the touristy things focus a little bit too much on the artwork and not as much on the history. I was interested in the history, and I got mostly artwork back. So it was strange actually, because there's a lot of stories there and a lot of history in the buildings, certainly in Florence and stuff. But you didn't really see that. It was they turned most historical buildings into galleries, which was nice. But I think I got over Madonna'd. Too many sculptures and paintings of Madonnas.
They really do like that pop singer over there, don't they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was kind of, it was something slightly different. So it was like a Madonna with the pear, or Madonna with the bruised finger, or Madonna with the horse in the background, or Madonna with I don't know, a bowl of porridge or something like that. There was all these different versions, and they were all very nicely painted. But after I kind of went into the 20th room with 20 portraits of Madonnas in it, I kind of started to lose it a bit and go, okay, can I see something else? I mean, some history, some of the Medici stuff, the Savonarola stuff in Florence. That would be interesting. But yeah, anyway, that was the trip. But it was a good break. We're back, ready, raring to go. Continuing our battle of Rutherford's farm in 1864. And I think we do have to have we have a correction, don't we? Casting our mind back 3 weeks ago. Yes, I think
Stig.
Yeah, it was Stigo came up with something we'd missed. Well, I'd missed. Then we need to go back on.
I'm blaming you. You're teaching me.
And I'll blame you because you're just a bad pupil. So we'll make it mutual. All right, we're all to blame. Everybody's to blame. Even everybody in the stream, in the chat.
It's everybody's fault.
Yes.
But hey, you know what it's like when you everybody makes mistakes playing these games. So,
no, that's right indeed. Yes, indeed.
And great. It's great we've got peeps. That's right.
That's right. And and our usual request, if somebody could just drop a line on the chat that you can see and hear us.
If you're in the
should
chat,
be able to see us
hi.
on here waving. Come and say hi. And as I've been off, not quite off the net, but off the channel for over a week now. So about a week. No, over a week. So what's been going on and stuff? Missed a few bits. So drop us a line in the chat if you wouldn't mind. So right, yes, this fix. So and being.
So what was the problem?
So the problem was with the route that happened when you did a shock combat.
Yeah.
So the fact that my troops routed, we didn't complete that. We missed a bit.
Right.
So this was to do with and I've got to find it, of course. Combat results. Yeah, so the idea is that I think there's got to be a UDD roll, so there's a morale check roll for the adjacent units, because they might route themselves because they see somebody else hightailing it and they might join them. I do need to check that.
Because I had to check as well, didn't I? If I
Yeah, so
routed
go
off
through
the shot combat. And my goodness, I did.
Yeah, so friendly infantry or cavalry units that are adjacent to or stacked with a unit that routes, including one, must undergo an immediate UDD each time a unit so routes. If it fails, the unit incurs a disorder result. So that could end up having a chain effect.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's only adjacent. So I needed to check for the 14th West Virginia here. I'll zoom in. The 14th West Virginia here, and also the guys under Duval as well, the 91st Ohio and the 1st Ohio Artillery. So I need to check those as well. So the 14th West Virginia is on a 6. They are already disordered. So I need to do a roll for that. A 5, which I think is okay. They held. And in Duval's area, we've got a 7 for the 91st Ohio. Yes, I think I need to roll for them separately. I think. So the 1st Ohio battery is a 5.
Right.
Oh, I've got a bit of a problem with my mouse here.
Is it not behaving?
No, it's all right now. It's all right. There was just some rubbish in it, clogging it up. Right, so roll that. A 3 is okay. And I think the 7 for the 91st Ohio is a 7. Yeah, so they're all okay.
Oh, that's a shame.
Nothing. So we've dealt with it, but there was no change. So
okay.
That's so I think we'd finished one of your activations. So we were going to. I think you've only got activations left, haven't you? Because I've pulled all mine out.
You've got yours all over there.
Yeah, the 4. So you need to pull out another chit, which will be yours, of course.
There we are. It's empty.
Okay. All right, so that's it. You've got just 2 activations. Okay, so you have
nothing. I can't see anything in the hat. No.
Yeah. Yeah, because we went through the whole thing, didn't we? Yeah, that's right. Because you did the cavalry and everything. Yeah. So same again, really. If you can remember what the same.
If I can remember what's going on, yes.
Yes. Okay. So the first thing you do is. Do you want to change any orders? Any brigade leaders, do you want to change their orders? So currently, I think Lewis is on attack, though I don't know where his order marker's gone. Oh yeah, it's
on the corner there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Johnston's on attack. Jackson is on advance. Lily's on reserve. Vaughan is on advance. Okay, and do you need to go through what those mean?
The brigade in reserve, I can't now change that because. Can I change that now?
You could, but there's not a lot of point because the reserve will give you a reduction in fatigue, and seeing as you already had it in reserve, you might as well leave it in reserve. Otherwise, you might as well have not had it in reserve at all. If you see what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. To get the benefit of being in reserve, I've got to
keep those guys. Yeah. So, but you decide for any of the brigades now before you do anything. So whether you want to change Lewis, Johnston, Jackson, or Vaughan.
Vaughan is in. It's nothing, so that means just advance.
It's advance, yeah. So full movement. Can fire, although your cavalry don't fire. They don't have weapons.
Yeah.
Can't shock. Can't move adjacent.
Well, I might want to change form to attacky poos.
Yeah. So attack means that they only got half a movement though.
Ah, right. Oh, they don't make this easy for you, do
No.
they? Oh, so it's half rounded down or up?
I think it's just half because you count halves. You can have half movements on the thing.
Okay.
So yeah, on roads, depending on what you are. If we look at the, do we have the? Oh yeah, we don't have the actual player aid cards, do we? Yes, that's true.
Here, aren't we? So.
Yeah, so it's mostly half is pike and road.
Yeah.
If you're in column or you're a leader, so it's mostly ones, but in ones. Yeah. But I think you retain it, but it doesn't round. I don't think.
Okay. So we'll keep it as is then. Okay. So
same with Jackson. So he's considerably closer.
Where is he?
He's just down by the railroad.
Oh yes. And that's going to be. No, that's Johnson. So he's only got the one stack there. Jackson and I see. Right. One,
yeah, you've got a 7, and then you've got a 5, a 6, and a 7. They're both 7s.
Yeah. Okay. Well, shall we? Oh, what have we got here? We've got.
Do you want to change them to attack? You might want to.
Yes, I think I will.
Okay. Well, you can try. Aha.
Oh, I see. Do we have to try for it?
So this is Brigade Orders. So you go to the Brigade Orders change table.
I've got it here. Yes.
Yeah.
6.2.
I've got that here, I think, at the top. You need to roll 1 dice.
Mm-hmm.
D10. So, is the Brigadier attached with a division leader? No, because Rams is on its own. Is the Brigadier stacked with his core or overall commander, which is the same in this thing? So no.
No.
And the Brigadier's orders rating. So
what is
orders
that?
Rating is
that +1.
I think it is that +1. Yes. Let me just check. Yeah, it's the orders rating. So he's got a +1 to change his orders, and you just roll on that table.
And what do we need? We need it to change.
You want a change. Change and stand will do, I suppose, but you just won't do anything this turn. He's a normal, so yeah, you kind of need you need a change. A change.
Yeah, 6
Peter's
or more.
here.
Then.
Hey, hello.
Oh, Peter.
Hopefully you can hear us.
6 or more.
6 or more.
What do we go?
9. Whoa, absolutely. Yeah, he's very keen. So you can set him to change his orders to attack.
Orders.
And now I'm going to have a look at things about charging and counter-charging and all those rules I can't remember. Frantically flipping here. So, okay, anybody else you want to change?
Well, the lady's staying the same. We've got Johnston. He's got 1 fatigue. He's on attack still. If he attacks, that fatigue goes up, does it?
Yeah, that was an interesting thing I wanted to check, actually. I remember from 3 weeks ago and then promptly forgot it. Just to check about the fatigue. Yeah. So yeah, if you engage in shock more than once in a turn, you will get fatigue.
So they will then, yeah.
Yes. So you do the shock, and then the next time you do a shock in the same turn, you'll get a fatigue. If you then do another shock, you'll get another fatigue.
Did they do a shock then? Why are they?
They did. Who? This is Lewis. Are you talking about?
No, Johnston.
Johnston, no, they didn't. They just moved up because you're in attack orders, and actually you've only got 6 movement points, which is half to 3. So you couldn't actually get get at me.
Why has he got a fatigue? Because he moved.
He started off with a fatigue. It starts the
Oh,
scenario
right.
with a fatigue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So all the infantry have one fatigue.
We'll keep that as is, I think, because
Okay.
I've just had enough. I've just had enough. I just want that farm.
You've had enough. Been waiting 3 weeks, and it's enough.
It's enough. Yeah, it's enough. I need that farm.
Yeah, you need
I don't want to pussyfoot. You know, you could pussyfoot and just rest, and you're just going to, mind you. If I did, is it just move?
Just did an advance. What do you mean?
Advance. I can fire, can't I?
You can fire, but you can't go adjacent to mean you can't shock.
No.
And you can't move and fire, with the exception of your sharpshooters, who can do some clever stuff. Yeah, Lewis has. They're in the forest.
Oh, Lewis, right. I'm sorry, I'm still looking at Johnston.
I don't think Johnston doesn't have.
No. And that fatigue will stay there regardless of what I do.
Unless you go into reserve, like Lily's doing.
But Lily, yeah, no. Well, I think I'll try and change him to advance then.
Johnston?
Yeah, and just maybe shoot.
Okay. Well, I mean, just because you're on attack doesn't mean that you can't shoot. You can shoot as well. So attack is good enough. If you're going to stand there and trade fire, then attack is good enough.
Right, because attack allows you to go up close for shock, whereas
yes, but you don't have to. You don't have to. You could just stand there. Whereas advanced means you won't be able to, and you don't want to. There's the vagaries of the orders change table. So it might end up confusing things. So
I might get a loose cannon.
You might get a loose cannon, which as an N, you'd probably end up in an advance anyway. But yes.
Yeah.
Right. So I think you're all right there.
I think we'll keep Johnston as is then. Right. Lily as is. Jackson we've changed, and who else is it? Vaughan.
Vaughan, he's still got to move up.
Yes, he's not going to be near enough.
You want an advance for him, and then Lewis, who's in the thick of things right now.
And that sharpshooter is part of his brigade. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
Okay, we'll keep that as is, and we'll keep that as is. Sorry, I'm taking.
No, that's good. Yeah. No, so we've done that, and then you do you want to coordinate any brigades?
I'm going to print out a sequence of play when I get to play this. There must be one on BGG because it is annoying. You're quite right. It's not even on the back of the rule book, is it?
Yeah, I've got sort of I've got some stuff showing up on the screen, but for the audience, but you don't see it. So, but yeah.
I've got mine here, but that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing as well as I'm running from that. Okay, so brigade coordination. So, do you want one or more brigades to coordinate, as in move together as if they were one brigade?
Not a moment. No, I don't think so.
Okay, so now it's the action phase. So you pick a brigade under command of Ramsar and say, right, I'm doing my stuff with that. So nominate your brigade.
I'm going to soften you up, so to speak, with the artillery.
Yeah, so the artillery can fire as part of an activation, but you have to activate a brigade. And then the artillery can join in, if you like. Okay,
so we'll activate Johnston then.
Okay, so Johnston first. You want to fire your artillery. Okay.
Yeah.
And where are they firing?
Let's have a look.
At the farm?
Yeah, I'm just checking. Or would we fire at your artillery? Your artillery's down to... no, you've full strength, your artillery, isn't it?
In the farm, it's not. It's down to 4 points.
No, yeah. Okay, we'll fire at the farm then. And then we'll concentrate fire on the rest of the other two units there. Right.
Right, so you are... What are they? Napoleons, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Napoleons at 2 hexes is +2 dice roll. As far as anything else, do you want to rapid fire? Which means you get an increased chance of being out of ammo, but you could then actually fire twice in the activation. So it's a kind of gamble.
Mm.
Doesn't
And
give you a
out of
modifier. It just makes you fire twice. That's all.
yeah, and you can get back into ammo by.
Yeah. So there's three states. There's you're with ammo, you're low ammo, or you're out of ammo. Now normally, if you roll a 5 on your fire table, you will go low ammo, or if you're low ammo, you go out of ammo. But if you rapid fire and you roll a 0 or a 10, you would actually go directly to out of ammo. So you'd actually run out completely. And you need to use an activation to actually... so rather than doing anything else, you can start to resupply, but you only go up one level. So out to low and low to okay. And low ammo gives you a modifier on the fire table.
Right. And I have to decide now.
Yeah, so when you're firing it, so are you going to... Because the table... What you've got to say that before you roll on the table to see if you get a 0 or a 10. So if you don't rapid fire, then we ignore 0s and 10s.
Okay. Oh, let's have a look. Dodgy, innit? Dodgy.
It is.
No, we'll just do a normal fire then.
Normal fire. Okay.
Yeah, with the two.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything particular as far as a modifier is. So it's just a +2, and you've got 4 guns, 5 guns, is it? 5 guns. So 4 to 5 table, and because you're short range, you use the small arms table, not the artillery table.
That's right. It's all slowly coming back now. Where's the small arms table?
It's part of the fire table. It's just the left-hand columns.
We're not firing at a lower level, are we? We're at the same level, or are we up in the air?
Oh yes, yeah, you are. You are up. That's right. Yeah, there's a slight slope, isn't there?
Oh yeah, there's a contour line, isn't there?
Yeah, so it is. So you get an extra +1 for that, I think.
I can see you, can't I? Because I'm looking down that hex line.
Yeah, look. Yeah, should be right. Yes. Yeah. We went through that before. There are some contour rules, but it's not relevant here.
Right. Okay. So it's
+3.
+1.
No, +2 for your range for Napoleons. So the weapon type gives you a +2 because you're firing Napoleon cannons at 2 hexes in the range effects chart. It'll give you a natural +2. So then +1 for the downward firing.
+2 and +1, +3 then. Yeah, with you. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
6 becomes a 9, which is a 1d +2. So that is a loss. And that will be on the cannons, I think, because they're on top. No, it's not them. Goes the wrong way.
So 1d.
It was a 4, wasn't it? Yeah, so they're down to 3. Okay. So the 1d +2. So there's a check for disorder. With a +2 on the dice. The 1 is a loss, so a step loss. And then, so it's 1 and d +2.
Gotcha.
And the d +2 is disorder. And
+2.
Yeah, so +2 on the dice. They're disordered, so it's they're on a 5. So that's a failure. So we go to the second disorder.
Oh, he's already disordered, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, here we are. Second disorder table.
Yeah. So the reason was fire table. Yeah. So if I failed again, I lose an extra gun. So look under second disorder from fire table.
Yeah, it says lose 1 SP and then retreat.
Yeah, for infantry and cavalry. Then across to artillery, it just says lose an extra gun. So
yeah, gotcha.
Lost an extra gun. So I'm going to have to cycle again through that. 2 guns left. Okay. Now I don't believe
you can fire back.
return fire. The infantry there could fire back, I think. Oh, okay. No, there's a return fire. However, artillery return fire is resolved after resolving enemy fire at ranges of 4 more hexes. Yeah, so normally return fire is simultaneous, but if it's 4 or more hexes, then it's done afterwards. But that's 2 hexes, so it's simultaneous. Yeah. So I fire, and I did have 2. I did have 4 guns at the time. I'm TBs, which are. Let's just get rid of that chart.
Yeah, I was going to say you've got the chart there.
Yeah. I think these are +2 as well. TBs are 3-inch rifles, which are +2 as well. It's not. Yeah. It's not downslope, so it's the +2. But they're actually low on ammo. There's a -2 DRM on the side of them. Also, they're disordered, so I think that's another -1.
What are we looking at here? We're looking at the 9th, 91st Ohio.
Yeah, no, it's actually the guns themselves.
Right. Sorry.
The first Ohio battery. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
So they're firing. Right, so it's +2 for range, -2 for low ammo, -1 for being disordered. So it's a -1 roll. I just want to check about what the infantry do. So. 8.33. So sorry, just quickly having a look, just making sure I'm doing it right. Oh right, yeah. So they can fire up to the limit of firing on the hex. So normally only seven strength points can be done. Yeah. So it's 4 for the cannons, and it's then 3 infantry as well.
Right.
Okay. So it's actually done on the 7 table. So it's 6 to 8 small arms with a -1 coming back at you.
Okay.
A 1.
Oh, 0.
That's a 0, which is a D-2, which I don't think you can fail. So I think the highest. Have to remember. Oh, 0, 0, 0's 10s. I think they're 10s.
Yeah, this is the problem, isn't it?
No, 0's are 0's. So yeah, you can't fail that. A D-2. So carry on.
Okay, so that's them done.
Mm-hmm.
The guy under Johnston.
Yes.
The 12th. Oh, sorry. The guy. It's how many units is that? That's 3. So how many peeps would that be? That's just me being nosy now.
Oh yeah, we looked at that before.
Which each point means.
Yeah, it's actually on the box. Let me have a quick look.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I just wanted to know.
400 men or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
1. 50 men.
So that's we've got 150 guys there.
Yes.
In
the 12th North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay. They're going to fire at. Oh, they're down to 3. The 1st West Virginia next door
Yes.
You've got they've
It,
got a strength of 6. Why have they got a 6 counter there? Was that 9?
no, that is a 6. Oh, it's because is it because they're disordered? It's dropped. No, that shouldn't be right. Yeah, no. Okay, maybe that should be a 5 then. Maybe I did that
I
wrong.
don't know. Yeah, I was just curious because it's the same as the
No, you're right. So it shouldn't be there.
on the
So I'll
card
make it a 5.
on the unit.
Yeah.
I can't remember, to be honest.
No, neither can I.
Okay.
But we'll make it a 5.
This is the problem playing once a week, isn't it?
Yeah. Or 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Even worse.
But I tell you what,
Compounds the problem.
it's slowly coming back. What we got?
Yes.
I think we're gonna fire at. Yeah, that's 3, 4. Okay, we're gonna fire the 12th North Carolina at.
Yeah.
I'll fire at the hex or at the unit.
At the. Sorry, you'll fire at what?
You're firing at the hex or the unit? Firing at the unit, aren't you?
Well, it's the top unit.
Right. Yeah. Which is the infantry, the artillery. Okay, we'll have a go at those.
No, the infantry's on top. 34th Ohio is on top at the moment.
Oh, of course. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have a go at the infantry then.
That's fine. Okay, so you're firing 3 rifles. 3 points of rifle. Rifle musket at 2 hexes is a +1.
Rifle musket +1, yes.
You're not disordered or anything.
No.
Let me check. You could qualify for prepared fire.
That'll give me a +1.
Yeah, so if you don't move, you can qualify for prepared fire. So that gives you a extra +1, I think.
Yep, that's right. +1.
Yeah. So that's +2.
+2 on the
3
small arms. I need to get at least a 3. No, plus need to get this a 1.
Yep.
Here we go.
Yep. An 8.
Oh, look at that. 8.
8. +2 is a 1D +2. So good shooting text.
Yeah.
So.
Right on, boys.
Yeah, I just need to. They're down to 2, which I think is significant. I'll have to get back to it. And a D +2, so they're a 6. D +2, a 1. They're okay. They're happy about it.
Right. Okay.
But I think we
You're firing
mark. Yeah, fire back simultaneously. So I had 3. I think if the artillery's not in front, I'm not sure that they can fire.
Oh, I see. So the fact that the artillery is underneath that counter means they are behind you physically on that hex, on that space.
Yeah, the artillery have to be at the top if they want to fire. So it's just the infantry firing back.
Right.
But my return fire, I can also fire anybody who's adjacent to the unit that was attacked, I believe.
Oh, right.
But it's only 1 combat. Checking the return fire.
Hi, Cole. Thanks, Cole. Yeah.
Yeah, hi, Cole.
Had the lady come last night. Yeah.
Hope you've had a good break from us. Or from me, anyway. Or from the channel. Yeah. Yeah, just checking return fire. If the phasing permits non-phasing units not targeted by phasing fire but adjacent to either the target unit Firing enemy unit or both may return fire. Yeah, so that's actually two shots I could do. So the 34th Ohio with 3, +1 for the +1 for the range, -1 for being disordered. So it's a straight roll on the 3.
Okay.
A 0, so that's nothing.
Nothing. That's what I like to see. I like to see.
The 1st West Virginia will also fire
because
they're
adjacent.
adjacent, and they are a 5. They have breech carbines, which are a 0, and they've got a -1 because of their disordered. So it's a -1. So it's a 5 -1. 7, 6. That's a D +1. On
D
Johnston.
+1?
Yeah, on the 12th North Carolina.
On my... They've got a 7, right?
Yeah.
So 3 + 1 is 4.
They're fine. So back to you again.
Now, because they fired the 1st West Virginians...
Yes.
Are they eligible to fire again? Because they've got to reload, haven't they? If I fire with my next lot, do they get another pop at, the next stack?
It can't do return fire again. So yes, it can't fire.
Okay.
So it can do non-phasing fire, but it can't do the same type of non-phasing fire, which is return fire. So yeah, no.
All right. So the next one along would be the 1st North Carolina and the 23rd.
Yeah.
We've got a total of 4 coming out of that.
Yes.
And we'll fire at.
Hey, Stiggo's here. Stiggo's here.
Who's?
Stiggo's here. Hello.
Hi, yes, Stigler. Let's have a look. Let's have another pop at the 34th because they're nearly gone. Let's have a go.
So it's 4 +1 for range and +1 for prepared fire. Because you ain't moving.
I ain't moved there, no.
Yeah.
So that's a +2 on the 4 to 5 column. Yeah.
Hang on.
Oh,
Stigler says those units fire individually. I thought out of a hex.
Oh, right.
You find a number of. I thought it was number of up to 7 SPs.
Right.
Okay.
I see. So they don't fire as a group.
Okay.
Oh, so these. While you're looking that up.
Yeah.
So, Stigler, you're saying that these 2019 rules are now being overhauled. Is that right?
Don't know. Okay. I'll believe that.
Well, no.
No idea.
No, just asking. Stig.
Okay. They fire individually. Right. They fire individually. They don't. But only a maximum of 7. Okay. All right. So it's 2. So it's 2 2s then.
Oh, right. Okay. So explain that to me again.
Right.
Because
because they're different regiments. They fire individually, and it's a maximum of 7 strength points total coming out of the hex, which doesn't matter here.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter here.
Yeah.
So, well, they're sharpshooters. The 1st North Carolina.
Oh yeah, they are. Okay.
Are they?
Oh yeah. Okay, so they got some special
Have they got
stuff.
some?
They get some bonuses then. No, that's the wrong one. You have to look them up because I can't quite remember. I think they get a +2 or something.
Sharpshooters.
If they're firing and not moving, they get a +2 DRM.
Right. Oh, they can move and fire and get still
They
get a
don't
+1.
get prepared fire. They don't get prepared fire.
+2 sharpshooter firing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're on the 2 column with a +2. Is that not all right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Here we go.
Well, I think they also get the +1 for being rifles as well.
So +3. Or good. Well, unless I throw a 1. No, even if I throw a 1. Let's have a look. 2 +3 is 5. D -2.
Yeah, so I'm just checking the sharpshooters again. Yeah, no, it's fine.
Thanks, Dick.
Oh, yeah. Oh, damn, there's fatigue as well, isn't there?
Oh, what
yeah,
now? What
you
now?
get. Sorry, the fatigue is a -1 for everybody. On your side because your brigade's fatigued.
Oh,
yeah. It's because that little symbol is really small.
Yeah, the little one in the corner there. Yeah.
Gonna have to zoom in even further to see it. If it was a big counter, it'd be more obvious. But keep forgetting about it. So that's a -1 for fatigue as well.
So it's 4.
Yeah.
D -1.
D -1, and that was on 34th Ohio, yeah.
That was on. Hold on, where are we? You're confusing me. Yeah, that's on the one on the top there, the 34th. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'll roll that. A 6 is okay. No, -1 was it? Yeah.
-1.
Yeah. So it's a 5. Yeah, it's fine. No, they're good.
Okay, so that was, and then the other one.
Yes.
So they're just rifles. So that's a +1.
2 +1. Oh, they can be +2 because they can prepare fire.
Prepare fire.
So they're on a +2.
+2 then, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, come on. 4, 6. D +1. D -1.
D -1. Okay, we'll do it again. Yeah, happy.
Gold. All right.
Okay.
Next one, 5th North Carolina.
Yeah.
We'll fire at the 1st West Virginians. I know they're quite tough. Oh no, you had one knocked off you. They're still quite tough. By the way, the 20th North Carolina's below them.
Yes.
What's the stacking limit? I can go on.
The stacking limit, it depends where you are, but and what what they are, artillery, cavalry, infantry. But stacking limit is 7 SPs. Sorry, right. 15 SPs. If you're on advance or attack orders,
only 7 can come out of the hex.
Fire.
Right.
Can fire. Yeah, that's right.
Can I move the 20th North Carolina onto the hex with the 5th North Carolina and then fire?
Just as in.
Just as here. Hey, Daniel.
Right. We're getting ahead.
Daniel, this game is the American Civil War in a nutshell. There we go.
Yeah, so this is Death Valley, which is a GMT game, part of this series, Great Battles of the American Civil War. This is a small battle known as the Battle of Rutherford's Farm, which was in 1864, and it was pretty much a skirmish between two sort of rear guard and advance guards between the Union and the Rebs, and the idea is try and kill the other person and grab hold of the farm, which is
tenaciously
Rutherford's farm. It's which we're currently fighting over at the moment.
It's the hex with Johnston in, isn't it? No, sorry, the hex with Duval in.
Yeah,
Is that
that's
right?
right. Yeah, it's the hex with Duval in. That's right. Yes. So Stigler's saying, yeah. Yeah, so you could fire at the cavalry instead. I think he's just indicating from the 5th North Carolina.
Oh, right.
20th North
Yes.
Carolina could as well, but it's at distance.
Could I move? And if I move the 20th,
You can move and fire, but you wouldn't be
yeah,
prepared then. You wouldn't get the prepared bonus, as Stigler says.
okay. So I tell you what, then. Yes, we forgot about these on the flank. We better have a little pop at those. And they're quite strong as well, aren't they? So. Mind you, I've got my cavalry down on the right flank here, Jackson.
Yes.
They could come up and they're on attack. They could come up and
yeah,
chop.
but you need to complete Johnston.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm wondering whether to keep those for the cavalry.
Yeah.
Or swap them up with the North Carolinas.
I mean, you could bring 20th North Carolina to stack with the 5th North Carolina.
But they will lose their plus.
Yeah, but at the moment they're 3 hex range. So for rifles, that's I think might be a -1 anyway.
Just rifles, rifled muskets.
Well, it's -2.
So
you don't really want to be. You don't really want to be 3 hexes away. It's a pretty weak fire.
I'll move the 20th.
Yeah.
And they go underneath or on top?
I believe you kind of choose. Normally they'd be on the bottom because they come in from behind, but then you could choose to come to the top, I think.
How do we do that? Put them like that, don't we? And then put them like that. And how do we get rid of those nasty lines? It's that one at the end.
Yeah, camps just appear. High camp. Yeah, he just pointed out actually for Death Valley, prep fire is only 1 hex range, so we shouldn't be doing prep fires.
Tell you what, these guys know this game, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They played it a lot more than I have, anyway.
No, not knocking anyone. It's great that these spending their time with us.
Yeah, thanks, Camp. So yeah,
this idiot out because there's a lot in this game. You can't change what I'm spending too much. Right, so I've moved him. I'm now going to fire with the 5th North Carolina on.
Yeah, Stigler says you need to spend 2 MP to change order. She'd have to move to do that.
Sorry, what?
So
who's changed?
If you wanted the 20th to be on top,
right,
you need to spend 2 MPs to do so.
Does it matter? Does it matter?
No, it's not really.
No,
not for the moment.
That's worth knowing. Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
Okay.
So back to 5th North Carolina. Where are they shooting?
They're shooting at the cavalry.
You should really fire off the 20th first because you've moved him. So you do it. You do it. You do it unit by unit. So once a unit's done something, then you do the next unit, kind of thing.
Right. So firing the 20th North Carolina.
Who are they firing at?
They're firing at the cavalry.
Okay.
Who's that? Schumacher?
Schumacher, yeah. Schoonmaker.
It's not. Is it really Schumacher?
I think it's Schoonmaker.
Oh, right. Okay. Because Schoonmaker. Right. So firing at the 14th. What's PA?
Pennsylvania.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm slowly learning them. Okay. So they're on the 2 with a rifle. They're 2 away. So that's a +1.
You got fatigue, so that's a -1.
So back to nothing. No prepared fire.
You moved.
Yeah.
As well. What does moving do? No, I think that's all right. You can still.
Yeah, you're
don't
saying
think that's
prepared fire. So prepared fire only counts if you're 1 hex
one
away.
hex away. Yeah. So now we've sorted that out. So
That's all right.
I think.
So it's as is.
I think it's as. Yeah. Oh, hang on. No, I'm a mounted target. A mounted target is +1, I think.
Why can't I find that?
Target is non-phasing mounted cavalry +1. Yes.
Are you finding all these? Oh, I've got it. Yes.
Yeah. It's just you just got to go down the list.
Non-phasing. What's that mean?
Non-phasing is somebody. It's not activated.
Oh, it's not their turn. Not their go.
I think that's probably it.
So
you got a +1, yeah. So it's a 2 +1, yeah.
On the 2 with a +1. Right, here we go. God, dear, oh dear.
That's nothing.
Tell me about it.
Do I wish to fire back?
No, you don't. No, don't worry about that.
I've got Spencer. These guys have got Spencer carbines. They're on a +1. I think they'll fire 3 of their strength points at you. So 4 of them are Steve.
What, the 14th Pennsylvania?
Yeah. So 3 of the strength points will fire. You can split. Yeah. Yeah. So that's 3.
So you're saving another 4 for when I have another pop at you, cheeky.
I'm just wondering whether I should wait to see if your cavalry come at me. Yeah, no, I won't return fire. I'll hold.
No? Okay, so the next one will be the 5th North Carolina.
Yes, so that's 3.
3.
+1 for the range, -1 for the fatigue, +1 mounted target.
So again, +1 on the 3. Right, here we go. 3 + 3 is +1 is 4. That's a D. No, sorry, D -1.
D -1. So there are 7. They're fine. And I won't fire back.
Okay, that's them done, isn't it?
Yeah, if you that's right. You've fired really. So that's it.
So
I think that's your lot for Johnston.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. Let me get the old terrain effects chart out.
Daniel, it is complicated. You've got to get into it. I think once you've got it, it becomes sort of a natural there. But yes, thanks, Stigler. Thanks for the compliment. But it's struggling through here. So I'm still in holiday mode, halfway in holiday mode here. So missing things. Right. So next brigade.
Yeah, I'm just. Where's the woods? That's it. There, 3. Okay.
So Lewis, Jackson.
I think we'll have Vaughan.
Vaughan, okay, and he's on advance orders, so they've got full movement.
But I can't go up to shock. I have to go 1 hex away. Now, explain to me, because I may be doing something that's really dark that people that half know the game would never do. If I stop 2 hexes away, is that going to be?
I wouldn't do that because your cavalry don't have any rifles.
Right.
So you can't actually fire at me, but I can fire at you.
That's what I was saying.
You don't want to be right up close to me, but not doing anything.
What I want to be is near enough so when I change my orders next time, I can charge.
That's
into
right.
Shot. Right. So you've got, what have you got there? BCs.
Breech carbines.
Breech loaded carbines. So you're going to be at a -2, 3 away. So
Daniel
sorry,
says, I
what's that?
imagine whichever army wins, this farm eats while the other starves. I think, actually, no, I don't think that's right because I think the Unions are eating very, very well, and I think the Rebels aren't eating very well at all
No.
at this point. Because I think there's been a lot of local devastation, whereas the Union have a lot of supplies and stuff that they can get hold of.
Mm. Mm. So
Sorry, carry on.
no, it's fine.
So
They've got a movement of 9. Yeah.
that's correct. Yes.
So when we go to attack, hopefully
Yes.
next turn,
Yes.
what
You'll have
will
4.5.
happen? Right. So you do count the half. Yes, I remember asking that. Right. Okay. Here we go then. So we've got a movement of 9. 1, 2, 3. Let's just move him there. 1, 2, 3.
Actually, Stig, the breech load carbines aren't that brilliant. It's the Spencer ones which are very good.
That's it.
Okay. So next brigade
Is going to be, well, we've got left Jackson, isn't it?
you've
hold
got
on.
Jackson, you've got Lewis.
Did I find the sharpshooters up in the woods there?
No, because that's Lewis's brigade. You haven't done anything with them yet.
Oh, right. Yes, I forgot about that. Right, here we go then. So they're going to, yes, activate Lewis.
Activate Lewis, okay.
Okay, and they're all disrupted though, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all disordered.
Ordered, yeah.
You can, I believe, try and rally them, but as they're adjacent, you might need...
That doesn't seem quite clever. That seems a bit daft. Because you can't rally and fire, can you?
No, you can only rally, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, let's have a look at 7. So what have you got here? We've got rifle sharpshooter. Whoops. So how many we weigh there? 1, 2, 3. Is he a minus? Is the sharpshooter? That's a minus 3 away.
He's 3 hexes away at the moment. So on his range for rifles would be -2, but he has a +2 for being sharpshooter.
So that doesn't do anything.
Comes to 0.
Yeah, so that's back to nothing. I'm just seeing what else we've got here. Nothing else.
Also, you're likely to be firing me in the woods, so I think the woods have an effect as well.
For you firing back at me?
No, for you firing to me, because I'm in woods as well.
Yes, you are. Yes.
Yes, that's -1 as well for the woods.
But I get that benefit as well. Nothing about firing down on you. I'm at a higher...
No, that's artillery.
Just artillery. Okay, so it's -1 then. Is that right?
The
sharpshooters firing at the 14th West Virginians.
Yes, okay. So that's +2 for being a sharpshooter, -2 for the range, and then -1 for the woods.
The woods, right? Okay.
That would be it.
8 -1 is 7. On the 2 is a D.
It's a D. So it's just a disorder. They're on a 6.
You're already disordered.
Yeah. Passed. So I'm right. Rolled a 4.
Right, that's a shame. I've got this second disorder table ready. But there we go.
Yeah, Stigler, right. In this scenario, effectively, Averill is a division commander for everything on the Union side, and Ramsar is a division commander for everything on the rebel side.
High crossing obstacles is in the house as well.
Ah,
So yeah, we've
excellent.
got a nice load of people watching. It's great.
I know.
I'm surprised you want to watch trouble through this.
Yeah, yeah. As I was saying, don't you have anything better to do?
Sorry. What was that, please?
Yeah. Don't they have anything better to do?
And it's Sunday night here, isn't it?
Yeah. So
that
the my 14th West Virginia can't fire at you because you're not in my frontal arc, as Camp says as well.
I could fire at you though. Yes. Yes.
Oh, actually, no. You'd have to turn. Sorry, no, you couldn't.
But
you would have to turn. But you can do that. That's not a problem.
Yeah. Let me just do that then. Rotate clockwise, like that. Yep. Is that right?
Sigur's saying, wait a minute. How is that Lewis unit firing into the woods? What, the sharpshooters? Isn't that their flank, or is just the leader rotated? No, they are. They are effectively flanked, but they're not firing. It's the sharpshooters in the woods, the second sharpshooters, who are lingering behind, who are doing the shooting at the moment. So yeah, right. Carry on. So right, the rest of Lewis's brigade.
Yep. Now we're going to get. Hold on, what we got here? We're going to get shot in the side by the 14th West Virginians. So
you could. There was an extra -1 actually on the sharpshooters because of fatigue as well. I kept forgetting that. So the guys in the hex here. So they're facing Duval, but they're not facing 14th West Virginia. Unfortunately, you can only face one way. You can fire, of course. You could attempt to withdraw. I don't think you probably want to.
Why would I want to do that?
And if you did, I'd get to fire at you anyway. Withdraw or fire.
Makes sense.
So I suppose what you would just do would just to fire at Duval's hex. I would have thought.
Yeah,
the farm.
I think just to try and guess what I was thinking. Okay, so we have what have we got here? I've got to fire all these separately. I can't add them up.
Yeah, Lewis is not in a very good spot. No, absolutely, but once you're there, you're kind of there.
Yeah. I went for the bold move.
Yeah, I think that the thing is the infantry brigades of the rebels are not that big. There's quite a few regiments, but they're very, very worn. So there's a big stack, but they're not necessarily that big, and you don't have that many. You only got 2 of these brigades. Well, 3 if you got Lily right at the back. So
yeah. But yeah, okay, it is what it is, isn't it? So, they are going to fire.
Yes.
Separately.
So yes, but you can take only 7. So the top 2 units, you'd have the 6th North Carolina's firing at 4, and the 21st North Carolina would be 3.
And that's your 7.
And that's your 7 out of the hex. Yes.
Right. So. We'll have to do that then. We'll use the 4-1 first.
Yeah.
Firing, and we're firing at your artillery. The first.
Artillery at top. Yes. Okay, so 6th Carolina. It's 4 points. You are. You're +2 for the rifles. -1 for fatigue. -1 for disordered.
Hold on. Plus, what is it? It's 1 hex away. It's +1.
Yeah, even though you're 1 hex away, you can't use prepared fire because you're disordered.
Yeah.
Stigler's saying, well, this is an interesting thing. So rather than just firing and then doing a shock, what you could do is not fire, but then you can do what's known as a charge. So you get a bonus in shock because you didn't fire.
Right. That makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that then, and that's done now or
So
after everybody.
shock, yeah, shocks. So I think we mark it.
Yeah.
And then. Oh, I don't know what that marker does. Okay. Well, anyway, so yeah, you can shock with them, so that's fine. That's Lewis done.
Yeah.
But it will done afterwards. So the only people you've got to worry about now is Jackson. Oh, actually, you can't charge when you start adjacent. Oh, okay, you have to.
Oh, I see.
Right.
Well, yes, that
So
again, yeah, that's similar to other games. Yeah, that he's designed. Yeah.
So why wouldn't they fire and then shock? Don't understand what Stigler's talking about then. Why would they not fire? Something I'm missing with attack.
I'm not sure. You know, we're going to be shocking because they're adjacent, so we're shocking. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, oh, I see what Stigler's saying is if you don't fire, I don't get return fire.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. So it's doing it's being safe. So
yeah,
you don't get affected, but that's up to you.
No, we're going to shock. Yeah.
You are going to shock. You're not going to fire. Okay, great.
No.
Okay, so across to Jackson.
So Jackson is going to charge.
Okay. Again, gonna have to look at this up again.
I just don't care, do I?
No.
My tactics no.
And we're charging. Okay, you need to move adjacent to the enemy. Okay, so no. So what you do is you label them as cavalry charge at the moment.
Oh, right. Saying they're going to charge, right? Why can't I do that one? Charge.
It's not coming up on the.
Yeah, I've got them both.
Got them, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Done. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I haven't done it on one. Do I need to?
Sorry, what's that?
Do I need to put the little charge thing on every single unit?
You will do.
All right.
Right now you need to do a you now need to do a morale check for them all.
Hold on, I'm still charging them up.
Well, the top unit of the stack.
Right. Okay, the top unit of the stack is a 1, yeah? And that's the
47th Virginia Battalion.
So
is a 6. Is a 6, yeah.
Or less, right. 4, yeah.
Okay, so they will charge, and the 20th Virginia underneath Jackson.
Right, that's a 6 or less. 9, no.
Oh, does Jackson help? But probably not that
much. Not enough.
Not enough. Yeah, it was a...
Right.
Yeah, equal to the rank, so it's a -1. It'll give you a -1, but that's still a failure.
So enough.
So the 20th Virginia isn't charging.
No, but I've got the others that in that stack that have to check as well. The 46th.
Oh, hang on.
Stigler says every unit in the stack has to check. Each unit.
Player wishing to charge announces his intention and before moving makes a UDD for the top unit in the stack.
Oh.
That's not what the rules say. So it's seven SPs for advance and attack for stacking. It's 4 SPs for march, I think. So yeah, no, the stacking's fine, I think. We've got 7 in each.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
but I only have to check the top unit. Is that what you're saying?
well, that's what the rules say.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Stigler's saying
guy
each
with
unit, but that's not what I'm reading here.
okay.
So,
the guy with
20th Virginia is not charging, so you need to.
he's staying with Jackson.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll take that label off. Hold on. Let me do that then. There we go. Right. Okay. So what happens now?
Okay. So I'm trying to work out the sequence here. That do we do this inside shock or do we do this inside movement? I think it's. Yeah, it's in shock. So.
Yeah.
So, I think we've done all the brigades, haven't we?
I think so. They're all been, yeah.
Okay. Right. So now we're into shock combat. So we've got the cavalry charge from the 47th Virginia Battalion and everybody below it, and then we've got Lewis as well. Lewis's stack.
Right. Do I move the cavalry up, or do we do the shock first, the hand-to-hand first?
Whichever one you want to do.
All right, let's do the hand-to-hand with Lewis.
Okay.
The shock with Lewis. So how does that work?
Right. Okay, so the first thing that happens is that I could retreat before shock.
Yeah.
I don't think that artillery can do that, so I won't. Okay, from then there's no green. The attackers aren't green, so ignore that. So we do a pre-shock cohesion check. So each designated defending stack undergoes a pre-shock cohesion check. Top unit each stack conducts a UDD. Okay, so it's my artillery, which is a 5.
What are you looking on? Sorry.
So this is going through the shock. So we've done. So you designate the hex, work out your strengths, any retreat before shock, any check for green attackers, and now it's the defender's pre-shock cohesion check. So I'm checking whether I stand.
Oh, I'm trying to find that where that is. Probably on the back here somewhere. Carry on. Sorry, no, just
so I passed. Yeah. So the artillery passed.
Okay.
I rolled a 0, so they're fine.
Oh.
So any pre-shock reaction fire. Units with shock attackers in their frontal hexes may fire at those attackers only, with the restrictions of non-phasing fire. So I can fire at you now. So we will fire the artillery first. So that's 2 points of artillery, low ammo. I'm at 1 hex for rifles, which is a +3. Disordered, so that's a +2. I think that's probably it. A +2, 2 + 2 on small arms.
Right.
A 1, that's going to be nothing.
Yeah, good.
Then the 91st Ohio underneath, which is
Right.
can do 5 points because there was 2 points of artillery fired.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Oh, the artillery. Oh yeah, sorry, the artillery can't fire. They're disordered. Oh god, yeah.
Ah, right.
Yeah, so it's just the guys underneath. Well,
Well, you didn't
I'll use that roll anyway, so which is probably
you
nothing.
didn't hit.
He was a
Right.
6. So that's +2 for the. Let's just recalculate. +2 for the rifles. That's probably it. So that was a 1. That was a 3. A 3 is a D. So your top unit needs to take a check.
That is the.
Yeah, it's all 6. Yeah.
6th North Carolina, yeah?
Yeah.
6, right. 2, we're okay.
You're okay. Then I think my 14th West Virginia should be able to fire as well.
Yeah, that's the one I'm worried about.
Yeah. Shock attackers in their frontal hexes. So the 14th West Virginia. So they can fire 7. -1 for disorder. +2 for range. So they're on a +1.
+1. It's +1.
Yeah, and then there's flanking.
Ah.
Hit by flanking fire is +1 as well.
Yeah.
So it's a +2.
That's 2.
So it's 7 +2, I think.
Oh, don't like the sound of that.
Oh, come on.
Lovely. Oh.
+2 is a 3, which is a D again.
Oh. Now, they're all. So I've got to check again. Yes.
Yeah.
6 or less. No. So I'm now on the second.
Now Lewis helps, but for 1, that becomes a 7. So no, he fails.
No.
Okay.
So we look on the second disorder table. Under fire.
Hang on. There's lots of what the.
What, we're getting lots of. Oh, right.
Only units being shocked get defensive fire. Okay. Again, units with shock attackers in their frontal hexes may fire at those attackers only within the restrict. Oh, hang on. Non-phasing fire.
So nice. You know, I like a bit of chrome.
Yeah. Non-targeted friendly units may also use pre-shock fire. The unit shocks in the frontal hex of one or more other friendly units. They're not in the frontal hex of another enemy unit. The non-targeted friendly units may also. So yeah, they should be able to. So yeah, so 14 West Virginia should be able to, according to this. Yeah, if enemy unit shocks a friendly unit while in the frontal hex of one or more other friendly units that are not in the frontal hex of another enemy unit, the non-targeted friendly units may also use pre-shock fire, whether or not the targeted unit retreats or routes prior to shock resolution. So yeah, they should be able to fire. Yeah, so as we were. So right. The top unit failed. So this is a UDD failure, second disorder failure.
Lose 1 SP and then retreat 1 or 2 hexes.
Hang on. So this is pre-shock coherent. No.
No. Right.
It must be fire table. Yeah. So lose 1 SP and then retreat 1 or 2 hexes. However. Your other units now have to take a check as well.
This is what happened last time.
Yeah.
Right, so shall I do them first and then...
So you retreat them. They lose an SP and retreat 1 or 2 hexes.
Now, hold on, how do I get these out?
So let's do the top guy first, and then worry about the others.
Yeah. Hold on. So I've got to move everything off, haven't I? I can't get at the stack, can I?
Yeah, you double click and move them.
Yeah, the double click and it sort of expands, and then how do I get?
Click on the second unit in the stack, which is the 6th North Carolina.
Right,
Yeah.
gotcha. So
yeah, and you can drag him off. He's got the strength points below him. You'll need to drag that off as
well. I have to keep going back, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you'll
well,
have to retreat away from me. Yes.
Yeah, just do one. Can I change facing?
With a retreat. I think you still face.
Do I need to?
Retreat. Use tree. By combat result. As a result of the shot resolution. I think you still face me. I can't find it, but I think you still face me.
Right. So I can't change facing then.
I can't see.
All right. Okay. I assumed that 4 was for that unit.
Yes. So it becomes a 3 now because it's taken an extra step loss.
How do we move that down?
You can only move it up, unfortunately. So you flip it. You just keep flipping it until you get back round to 3. It's like cycles.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so just keep going until.
Gotcha. Right. Okay. Here we go. Oh no, it's 12. What's happened there? What's happened there?
It's all right. Just keep going. It eventually comes back. There we go. 2, 3.
Right. Lovely. Okay.
Okay.
So now I have to check the others.
Yes. So the 21st North Carolina has to do a check. Now, I don't think there's any modifiers on this.
Right. I
don't think so.
No?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
It's just
so
a straight UDD, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
They're fine.
57th?
57th, a 6. No.
Okay, so again, it's a second UDD, so they take a step loss and retreat 1 or 2 hexes.
Right, so they're there. And we need... Where do we get that from? Need one of their little counters.
Yeah, we'll check about Lewis as well, indeed, that's right. So you need a strength point marker for 57th North Carolina.
Yeah, so where do we get those from?
Oh, the strength under markers.
Oh, hold on.
It's strength markers somewhere. Strength point. There we go.
Oh, got one. I just found it just as you got it.
All right.
Okay. That's all right. So that is now 1. That's in the correct.
Yes.
That there. And then, does this go underneath or on top?
Underneath usually.
All right, let's put that there. And then there. Right. Okay, and...
you've still got the 54th.
6. Okay. Move that down a bit. 1. Fine.
They're okay.
Whew.
So those two guys have survived it. Now you need to roll for Lewis for
Oh.
leader loss.
Leader loss, and what is that on a?
Something like a D10. And you don't want to roll a 0. I think it is. I'm trying to remember.
Is it a 0? It's like yeah, like the others, isn't it? Like the great battles of history and even Men of Iron.
Yeah. Yeah. To look at. Yeah.
It's a 0, is it?
Just checking. Casualties 12.7. 12.7. Yeah.
0?
Yeah.
Eight.
Stat with combat units. That's not. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, it's fine. He's okay.
No.
Good. Okay. So we've done that bit of the shock so far. So that was the pre-shock fire. So now we do the resolution. So work out the shock die roll modifiers.
Shock resolution table. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Yes. So the odds ratio. Okay, so I think we include everybody.
What, before they retreated?
No. What's there now?
Right. Okay.
So I'm worth. The artillery is worth. Yeah, I think it's just the infantry that count. So I'm a 6.
So you're working out, yeah,
and
6.
You are a 6.
So 1 and 1.
So it's 1 to 1. That's no modifier.
Right.
Okay. So for your adjustments, I'm disordered. So that's a +1.
Yeah.
Are you an aggressive leader? No. Well, you are, but Lewis isn't. There's no terrain. That's it. On my side, you're disordered as well, so it's a -1. You do have a brigadier. I think that's it. So yeah, it's a straight roll, I think.
Yeah.
On the shock resolution table.
So who rolls that?
Oh, well, you
Me?
do. It's your shock combat.
Right.
Oh,
Okay,
fatigue. Does fatigue matter?
Oh.
Can't see if fatigue matters, actually. Can't see an adjustment for fatigue.
Nothing there, and the shock adjustments you're looking at, yeah?
Yeah, die roll adjustments. So, you just check if there's anything in the rules about fatigue, but can't see anything.
Oh, attacker and defender -? Fatigue.
Oh, where's that?
17.31.
Okay. Oh yeah, down here, attack and defender minus fatigue. So it's a minus. Okay, so it's a -1.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So we're on a -1. Oh.
8 -1.
7.
Defender
The defender retreats.
You are hoping for
Retreats
some
1 hex and is disordered. So
get
okay.
lost.
So the Ohio retreat, and they are disordered. The guns, I think, are abandoned.
Oh, can we nick them?
No, you can kind of. They remain, and I may be able to reoccupy them if I kick you out. But essentially, if you hold them for a long enough, then they turn into victory points effectively. So retreats from shock. Do. . shock.
Yeah, sticks and artillery are abandoned.
Running on artillery to resolve a shock. Okay, for attack or retreat result, artillery cannot continue shot. For a bloody standoff, artillery is the top unit, loses a gun. For a die roll result of 10 plus, all artillery stacked, depending, is abandoned. Sort of, it's not one of those.
What?
Sorry, I'm just trying to find out what's happening to the artillery here. So,
Dick says it's abandoned.
Stigler says, yeah, it says die roll result of 10 or more. Which it wasn't.
It's got put an abandoned mark on.
Yeah. No, I know that, but.
Oh right, sorry.
It does. I'm just reading to see what it says. It doesn't actually say that. It says if it's a 10 or more, then guns are abandoned. But it doesn't say what happens if it's not 10 or more. Yeah, well, I think they're abandoned. From memory, I'm sure that's the case. So we get a marker. So Duval retreats as well.
Oh, right, I see.
So they're not manned at the moment anymore.
They're just the guns there.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Okay, and that was 7. You can't continue shock. Because you didn't get an 8, you only got a 7.
All right.
So at the so there was disorder, but 91st Ohio weren't disordered, so that's fine. So now we do the post-shock automatic disorder. Okay, so all non-disordered attacking infantry and dismounted cavalry are now automatically disordered. But you're already disordered. Each stack of attacking units with at least one already disordered unit suffers an SP loss. So you need to lose an SP.
On the stack with Lewis in?
Yeah.
I can choose. Is that right?
Yes, it's just somebody in the stack.
Well, let's take one off of there then.
I think that's it. And you advance, of course, onto the farm.
I have to advance, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just pop that on. Hold on. I'm in a bit of trouble here. That goes there. That's right. Yeah. These markers go underneath the unit, don't they? Or on top of the unit?
What markers? Sorry. Strength point is always underneath.
Right, so I'm just going to move that out of the way and that out of the way. There. There we go. My goodness. Right.
And now you move into the hex.
Is the hex 2507?
No,
the hex
2508.
It's the hex with the blooming. people in, isn't it?
Yeah.
The artillery in there. Sorry, I'm trying to get the whole lot. That's it. There we are. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not very finesse with the old Vassal.
Good. Okay. So the next shock is Jackson with his charge. Well, not Jackson himself. 47th Virginia Battalion.
Yeah.
You look over their shoulders and wonder, well, where the hell the 20th Virginia went. Okay, so
I think stickers say they can move up though, and be there, but they can't.
sorry,
I think he said they can move up.
who?
He doesn't stay there. Jackson can move up.
No, if he fails, it will not charge and remains in place. Activation
Ah,
finished.
right. Okay. I'm sorry. I must have misread that then. So it's just
well, that unit. I mean, I don't think Jackson can move on his own. Anyway, so
we shall see, Stigler, if I can hold it.
right.
So we're moving up the cavalry. 1, 2. Can I change facing? No, I don't need
No,
to.
you can't. Well, not in the last. So the last 3 hexes are what's known as the charge path. So
Yeah.
those last 3 hexes you cannot change facing.
Right. Plot.
Okay.
And the other 2. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
They'll all move as one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. So it's me not being very finessey with Vassal. And Jackson and the other units stay there, yeah?
Yes.
Right.
Now, a couple of things. Firstly, I could do what's known as the counter charge, because I'm cavalry as well.
Yeah.
I would have to do a check. I would do a morale check to try and do that.
Hold on. I know I can't move that unit, but Jackson Brigadier can move and join the other units.
Okay.
Is that right?
I don't know. Normally with move you can, but the charge doesn't seem to be a part of a move. It seems to be a part of a shock. So I don't know. Probably.
Don't ask me.
Yeah, do it. Go for it. I mean, it's going to maybe somewhere in this rule book, but probably take 10 minutes to find it.
So just do Jackson up with them, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And the poor old 20th got the wobblies.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll try and do a counter charge. But I'm just wondering, do I get any reaction to this? I presume not, because you're not moving, you're charging.
Where is that? Is there another handout I'm missing?
No, it's only the only ones. It would only be an approach fire. So this is just pre-shock. Okay, so counter charge. I need to roll a UDD check, and I'm a 7. Roll 0, so I have counter charged.
Oh no!
So counter charge does not include any actual movement by the non-player unit. Defender shock continuation is after an attacker retreat may be used. So I could chase you if you end up retreating. Effects of the counter charges are against phasing mounted cavalry. We ignore right, so we ignore the fact that you're charging effectively.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. So we now just go through the standard stuff here. So the fact that I've countercharged means I don't need to take a pre-shock check, because that was effectively it. Presuming I get a reaction fire, pre-shock reaction fire. So I am...
Well, of course, your guys got weapons, haven't they?
Yes, indeed. So...
Spencer carbines. Hmm.
So I'm worth, what, 8 points? Well, I don't think I can fire all that. With cavalry, certainly. Stacking. So 4 SPs I can fire only. So that's a 4. I'm Spencer carbines.
Yeah.
This might hurt. They're a plus.
Yeah.
They're a plus. They're a plus 3.
3. Plus
Yes.
3.
Yes.
Good grief. Right.
No. Oh no. Camp says no reaction fire with counter charge. Okay.
Oh, but that's good. That's good, isn't it? For me.
Yeah.
You sound a bit disappointed.
Okay. Well, it's just, again, it doesn't seem to say this. It says it takes the place of pre-shock checks. Doesn't say that you don't fire though, but okay. Oh no, here it is. Nor may use pre-shock fire. So very good. Yep. Yep.
Great. Oh, it's great. We got some peeps in. I know you're doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, it's just
you know,
yeah, it's just it's in a different section. So yeah, different
no,
paragraph. Okay, so we don't do that fire. So we just do the shock resolution then, I suppose. So odds. So I'm worth 8. You're worth
7, I think.
7.
Nothing for the leader, no.
If he's aggressive, he helps. So with the odds, because I'm bigger than you, I think it's not a 1-to-1. I think it's a 1-to-1.5. So I think it rounds down.
You're 3 to 2, yeah, or 2 to 3.
2 to 3, yeah. Oh, hang on. No, round off in favour of defender of the attacker if the attacker moved during the phase, and the defender is not getting any DRM benefits from terrain. So that would be in your favour, I suppose, then, because you moved during the phase.
Yeah. Well, I'm charging.
Yeah. And I don't get anything from terrain.
No, you're in the clear.
Okay, so it is a 1-to-1.
Oh,
all right.
Right.
So it's a 1-to-1. Odds benefit so neither of us are disordered. You don't get a charge benefit because I'm counter charging. You aren't stacked with aggressive leader.
No.
I don't have a brigadier, so it's a -1.
Yes, that's why I need to bring mine up. So thanks,
Yeah.
Stigler, for that. Yeah.
Attacker, no, you do have a brigadier. That's right. Yes.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. That's it. It's a straight roll then.
Oh, right. So
you don't have any fatigue, so that's fine. Yeah, straight roll.
No, straight roll. Yes.
Yes.
Here we go. Come on, 7. It's another
Defender retreats. 1 hex and is disordered. Flip. Okay.
And I've got to move in there. And do I continue the charge?
No, you can't because you didn't get an 8.
You have to throw an 8. Oh yeah, May must continue shock. Got you. Right.
Yeah.
But I do move in. Yeah.
You do move in.
Can I change facing?
An advance. Units may change facing 1 vertex.
Right. So I'll move in there. And then there we go.
Okay.
Why? You hummed.
Yeah, so I'm quite understand why the Second Cavalry just sat there and saw all this happening in front of it.
Because they saw that Jackson was the man.
Well, yeah, but they didn't even fire at him or anything. They didn't fire
I mean,
as they were approaching. Or...
Schumacher's.
Yeah, it seems they just sat there and watched it all. Seems a bit strange, but okay, so right, you are not that. All non-disordered mounted cavalry are disordered at the end of this, so you are disordered.
I'm disordered as well, even though I did a successful charge.
Yeah.
It's just the chaos of the thing, isn't it?
Yeah. All disordered mounted cavalry, whether charging or not, are now blown. So I'm blown.
What does that mean?
I'm just looking for the counter.
So all my guys in that stack
are disordered.
Are disordered, right.
Ah, there we go. Blown. Okay, so I'm blown.
Let me just... I'm not sure I like that.
I think...
All my guys are disordered. Actually, I can get rid of the charges as well, can't I?
Yeah.
Right. So what does blown mean?
Oh, sorry, I'm not even looking at that.
All right, no.
Blown is...
No, sort out what you need to sort out. And...
Blown. Can't see it for the moment.
All right. Okay. Thanks, Stigler. Oh, the reason they didn't, they weren't in the fire arc, evidently, your other lot. The 14th. Sorry, you do what you...
No, well, I mean, during the approach you were, so... But... Yeah, anyway, just seems a little strange. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine, but it just seems a little strange that half the cavalry just sat there and watched while the other ones went off and had a fight. Anyway,
so my guys are blown as well.
So I can change facing with Schoonmaker with a 14 Pennsylvania, but I need to do a UDD to do it, so I'll do that. 7, yeah, it's fine.
Okay, yeah.
So okay.
Stigler says the
I think we're done.
the Confederacy ones are blown as well. Is that right?
Well, depends how you read it. Because it says... Oh, where is it? So, affecting attacking defending units, all non-disordered mounted cavalry disordered, and then all disordered mounted cavalry, whether charging or not, are now blown. Does that mean that all mounted cavalry are automatically blown because they're disordered, and then because they're disordered they're blown? Or does it mean that disordered mounted cavalry, which weren't, aren't? But okay, again.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, do you do one or both? You know, they're not disordered.
They're applied in the order listed. Oh, okay. So yeah, no, you're blown as well. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you get both of those.
So how do we do that? Blown. Gotcha. Right. Okay.
So I'm not sure why they didn't say all mounted cavalry are disordered and blown. Anyway, okay.
Okay.
Right. So that's that done. So that's the last shock, isn't it?
That's it.
I think.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, I'm sweating here.
Oh, I know you've worked hard today, please. You really have. And yeah. Brilliant.
Hang on. Stigler says the units are not blown. They did not charge. Countercharge is not a charge itself. But it doesn't say about a charge. It just says all disordered mounted cavalry, whether charging or not, are now blown.
Crikey.
Yeah. So yes. So we're both blown. Yeah. So we have it right. We have it right. Good. All right. So
Camp Choice says no blown cavalry, only if disordered already, which is how I would have read it.
Well, that's what I thought.
That's how I would have read what you read out.
Yeah, but I was disordered already because I got a disordered result from the.
But I wasn't.
But you weren't. That's why I didn't say you were blown initially.
Yeah.
So
Camp
and Stigler, fight it out amongst yourselves, mate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let us know for next time.
Get your rifle muskets out, and have at it, and let us know.
Yeah. Wow, we're going. Yeah.
Indeed. Okay, so that's the end of that activation. And we don't have any more in the pool, I don't think.
There's an empty hat.
There's an empty hat, is it? Chip pool.
Empty hat.
Empty hat. Okay, so that's the end of the activation segment. So in the end of turn segment, we have a commander movement phase. We don't because there isn't any corps or army commanders. Replace any eliminated leaders. We don't have any of that. Undertake any in-reserve activities, including recovery from rout, fatigue, and straggler recovery. So Lily can reduce his fatigue.
So that is down to what?
0.
Do I just remove it?
No, you reduce it to 0. So there's a fatigue 0 counter, which is not the same as not having fatigue.
Yeah, I remember you saying.
Yeah,
it's starting on the ladder of fatigue, isn't it? So,
hi, Jess, welcome. Fatigue -1. There you go, done it for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, there's a little green marker now. So there's no penalty now.
Right.
Okay. Right. So we've done that. Remove commands from reserve status. So you can remove the reserve status if you like. Oh, you did. Great. Eliminate all artillery with an abandoned 2 marker. There isn't any. Flip abandoned guards marker with an abandoned 1 to an abandoned 2. So the marker in the farm flips.
Now goes up to abandoned 2. And if that...
So at the end of next turn, they aren't reoccupied, it'll be removed. No construction, we haven't done any construction. Combat effectiveness phase. Right, we need to see if anybody is ineffective. So, so most of yours are going to be fine. I mean, it's going to be Lewis. Lewis is the only one you probably care about. Maybe Jackson. So, okay, so we oh, there's also isn't there collapse as well? Unit collapse. Collapse. Collapse units top 23.
So what are we checking here?
Okay, so just need to check. We should have done this as part of the combat, but if we've got any units that have taken step losses and reduced it to less than half the original strength,
Right.
And it's also considered collapsed. Place the collapse marker on this unit. So do I have any of these? Yes. So the 34th Ohio is actually collapsed.
Where's those?
They were next. So.
Oh, I've got them. Yeah, I've got them. Yeah.
So that was a collapse. That was a second disorder. Unit collapsing. That isn't listed. Okay. No effective, already disordered. Okay, that doesn't matter. So he is disordered. So that's fine. On your side, 57 North Carolina's fine because he had 2 string points. He's got 1 left, so he'll never actually collapse. 6th North Carolina's fine. 54th North Carolina is not fine.
Hold on, where are they?
Oh no, he's got 3 string. No, he's fine. So I don't think anybody else has collapsed. Okay, but I should put a collapsed unit on top of these guys. Collapse. Okay, that kind of sits there in the corner. Right, so effectiveness. Back to what we should be doing.
Yeah.
So. Just run it through for you. So there's brigades become ineffective and also divisions, and they're counted sort of separately. Okay, so a brigade becomes combat ineffective when one or both of the following situations: all regiments are either eliminated, collapsed, disordered, or routed. So so Lewis isn't, because the sharpshooters are fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
More than 1/2 of the brigade's regiments are eliminated, collapsed, or routed. So none of you. So you're fine. So that's not the case. In which case, the division won't be, because the division rate is only when brigades have become combat ineffective. Now on Duval's side, he has. I think he probably has, because the 14th West Virginia is disordered, the 91st Ohio is disordered, the 34th Ohio is disordered, and the other guy's routed. So I think it's combat ineffective. So brigade ineffective. Nice little marker there.
Oh yeah, just about to see it.
Yeah. So if you're combat ineffective, you can't do more than 2 activations in a turn.
Right.
If it was allowed, if it had 2 activations, it couldn't do more than 2. And I think that's it. Yeah. I think that's the only one. Yes. So that's that done, and I think we're almost there for the end of the turn. Ta-da! Yeah. So turn record phase, we just moved the turn marker. So on our what was it?
So they both move up 1 to
yeah,
1600 hours. Yeah.
yeah.
I'll move mine up. There we go.
Okay, yeah, we both do that. So
Yep.
that's on the chart here, everybody. So we just move from 1500 to 1600. Right. So so just recap here. So yeah, the rebels doing very well here. So they've got the farm. Duval's brigade's in trouble here. Even the cavalry's having a bit of a hassle. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so good stuff by the
Right.
Reds there.
Yeah.
And we're bang on 2 hours. So we'll yeah.
And we finished the first turn.
Stigler says something about the collapsed unit.
Hold on. Yeah.
Has to make a UDD.
Right.
It's over here, isn't it? Yeah. So it's automatically immediately disordered. No effective already disordered. It's all because
Stigler's going on about route rot. Doesn't sound nice. You've got to do the UD.
Well, yeah. If the combat result causing collapse also includes a disorder, this disorder will be a second disorder. I don't think that was the case because I think it was just a fire. I think I lost strength points, and I think I passed everything on this turn. That's why they're still in place. So they didn't. So they just lost strength points, but didn't actually. When they took the morale check, they passed them. So I think we're okay. Each time a collapse unit that takes additional SP losses, you must make a UDD. Okay, and that if it then fails, it routes. Okay, so that's if it takes any more losses. Okay.
What, subsequently?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, because they've collapsed. If they take another loss, then they take the UDD, and then no matter what the result of the UDD, if it's a failure, whatever the failure result gives you, they also rout. But I don't think we've missed anything here.
All right, good.
Okay.
Good.
Right.
Hi, Todd. Sorry, just seen Todd's in the house.
Oh, cool. All right. Good to see you. So let's just save this. That's number 3.
So when it collapses, it has, in addition to any other checks, a stand or route UDD. Yeah, and subsequently, right. Okay. Oh, so much to remember.
No, it doesn't do a UDD. It's automatically disordered. But if it's already disordered, there's no effect. That's when it first collapses. Yeah.
Okay, right.
Well, Stigler's saying this, but I can't see this. I mean, I'll read the thing out. A non-artillery unit has taken a step loss and reduced it to less than half. It's automatically immediately disordered the instant such loss takes effect. No effect if already disordered. It is also considered collapsed. Place a collapse marker on the unit. Note, if the combat result causing collapse also includes a disorder, this disorder will be a second disorder. Collapse unit has these characteristics in addition to those being disordered. It may never be rallied to normal status while less than half strength. Each time a collapse unit takes additional SP losses, the player must make a UDD. After any required retreat and or other UD with second disorder, if this fails its final UDD, it routs. A unit recovers from collapse only by recovering stragglers. That's all it says. As far as I can see. Okay. So, well, that's what it says. Okay, so we'll leave it there. And, okay. we'll we'll let everybody out on normal time this time, just about. It's around the 2-hour mark. So yes, good to get back in the swing of things after the holiday. And thanks for the solid support from everybody in the chat, particularly Stigler and Camp, and a couple of others, I think, weighed in.
Everybody for sticking with it and watching us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So I think and I think with this game, there's a lot to it, and you've got to kind of go through it methodical. It's one of those games that you get better with the not missing things as you go through it. Anyway, no, it's all right. You enjoying it there?
Yeah, it's mind blowing.
Mind blowing.
It's great. I mean, I'm quite, when I play these games, I think I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to go for it.
Yeah.
And,
well, this scenario is built for it because everybody's lined up at the start of the scenario. There's no approach or anything. It's just right. There's the farm in the middle. Go for it, and that's it. So it's not over yet, though, is it? So no. Although I think most of my troops are disordered now, which is bizarre. I just keep rolling. I think it's my fire dice rolls. I seem to be rolling a lot of ones. Things seem to be one. Yes.
You carry on rolling dice like Tony's board life, and I'll be happy. All right.
Yeah. Indeed. Good. All right. Well, we'll leave it there, and I might be doing some stuff on Wednesday. Yet to sort that out with Jordan. Our usual campaign against Napoleon. Napoleon campaign against Russia. Is it the Battle of Shevardino? It's been 2 weeks. I can forget the name of the game. And see what we go there. But until then, last word to you, Rough.
Absolutely brilliant. I mean, there's so much in this game, and if it's your first sort of great battles, there's a lot in here.
Yeah,
even more so great battles of history.
And this is just two. This is just two divisions. One of the massive battles.
But yes. I'm enjoying it tremendously. And I've got the game. Of course, you can see it. So I've got the game sitting here anyway. So all the bits and pieces.
No, it's good stuff.
So it may be a while before you see a video on the old channel, but I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Yeah, good stuff. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody. See you next time. Keep a watch on the chat, on the Twitter and the channel and Consim World community for announcements. Until then, bye for now.
Thanks, guys.